Welcome back, Mr. Goodberry. The First Star Logistics studio is fully equipped and ready to record.
So we didn't expect to be here already this early in October, if at all, throughout the regular season, but we're inching closer and closer to evaluation mode and evaluation season, which I do enjoy, but I don't enjoy that the Bengals are 1-4 with a tremendous offense and a bottom of the league defense. So let's do some evaluation today on Bengals on the Brain, presented by First Star Logistics. I'm your host, Joe Goodberry. The Bengals lost to the Ravens in a shootout where they had multiple 10-point leads that they could not hold on to, that the defense continued to let go, to let it slip, to not be able to make a single play, to get a stop. And that's not like the Commanders game where they couldn't get a stop. They got a couple in this game, but largely when you give up 41 points, including overtime, but if you give up 38 in the regular season game, you're going to lose pretty much every single one of those. Even when your offense looks as good as it did for the Bengals, even when Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are playing at the top of their game, and we could nitpick a lot of those, and it's not even nitpicking because I've done this, but we could highlight and focus on those last three offensive possessions where they didn't come away with anything. Where they ended up throwing an interception, punting, and then dropping the snap on a field goal. And the plays that led to all of those. But we're not going to do that. And we're not going to focus on that because I was like, let's look at those three possessions and let's break them down completely. And everyone has. If you're on Twitter, if you're watching and reading anything in the Bengals atmosphere, then you know that those are beaten to death. And I've talked about them at length on Twitter at Joe Goodberry. And make sure you follow at First Star Logistics, First Star Log on Twitter, on X, because we're giving away good stuff there too. We got 3 Salute to Service jerseys to give out this week on the Jake and Joe Postgame Show. And I think just aside here, I think those Salute to Service, the white and gray, like the Arctic camo, those are sick. I would last year First Star hooked me up with a bunch of Salute to Service stuff, and this stuff looks better than last year's brown, although I'm a big fan of that Timberland khaki brown. Anyway, to keep going on football, we can talk aesthetics and jerseys and orange pants. They've lost both of those. The orange pants might be cursed. We could do that all day. What I thought would be more interesting is, let's not highlight the offensive failures because so many people have. Let's not watch the defensive failures because, God, that sucks. And let's try to look at something that could be hopeful or not. I actually haven't done this yet, and we're going to do it live. But one of the things we're watching for the rest of the season, and one of the hopes for the defense, is that they're getting some of their young players back from injury, whether that's Chris Jenkins, who came back, with the club on his hand, who's had his flashes, and we've showed a few of them here on Bengals on the Brain when we've done the film review. McKinley Jackson, who just had a few snaps. So we're not going to highlight him just yet. We're going to log those. And when we get enough of them, we'll watch McKinley Jackson and see what he looks like, even though he did flash a couple times for me. Maybe I just noticed that someone different was out there. But then the other hope, and despite losing one of their young, hopeful prospects in Dax Hill with a knee injury for the remainder of the year, good thing you have DJ Turner and Josh Newton, 2 guys that we also want to see play. One guy returned this week in an area where they desperately need help on the defensive side, and that's as a pass rush. That's athleticism in the front 7. It's last year's first-round pick, Myles Murphy. He played 36 snaps in his 2024 debut, and we're going to watch all 36 right now. So grab a drink, buckle up, and let's see, what does Myles Murphy have to offer for the 2024 Bengals now that he's in his second year? All right, Myles Murphy, number 99, if you haven't seen him in a while. Largely lined up at left defensive end. I do believe he moved a little bit. I said 36 snaps originally. That includes special teams, so we'll have a little bit less than that when we get to just the defensive. And he's in a 2-point stance here as the Bengals show blitz with everyone at the line. He's just got to protect the back half here as he's the unblocked defender, kind of a bootleg situation for Lamar Jackson. Just got to really get into his passing lane and try and see if he can make a harder throw or collapse onto Lamar. So as he reads run first, right, we got the run action going this way. He's got to look inside first. He did. And once he sees that it's a boot, he's going to come and extend more vertically towards Lamar Jackson. Get into his face just a little bit there. Lamar's actually looking middle of the field to try and see if he can get Murphy out of the way, and then goes to the side. Forces an errant throw. That is a good play for Myles Murphy. Welcome back on the first play. That's a good one. We'll take that for sure as we let this roll here and see how this goes. We'll watch the play from the sideline angle, and then we'll flip it to the end zone and see if anything happened, which there we've got a screen going to the left, wide receiver screen. Not much to talk about for Myles Murphy. Again, he was at the left end spot. If I stopped it every time, this one would be in an hour and a half video for 34 or so plays. But instead, we'll let it roll and see if we can notice anything else while it's going other than the defense sucking. We'll try to refrain from that and isolate the player. That's key to evaluation. Can we isolate the player, put him under a microscope, remove him from the surrounding areas, and does he look athletic? Does he look fast? Does he look smart? Can he make plays? Can he win as a pass rusher? So we get a unblocked Myles Murphy again. 3 plays in a row. He has not been blocked yet. He has not seen contact yet. Again, we're in the same spot we were right here. We're going to get a run action going towards him. You'll see it's a read option for the quarterback as we're pulling linemen to the left here. We got these 2 linemen pulling left, and we're going to run to the right. And the idea here is he's reading one of these ends. Lamar is. I can't tell from this angle if he's reading this guy or that guy. But, if the DN crashes down, let's say if he's reading Myles Murphy just for the sake of our film review, if Murphy crashes down, Lamar would keep it, or Lamar looks like he's diving here. So in this case, if Murphy crashes down, he's going to give the ball to the running back. Does that make sense? If Murphy stays this way, Lamar would keep the ball. So let's watch Murphy real fast, see if we can tell. Nope. I'm not sure he was ever going to keep that ball, Lamar, because, you run power to the left with that, you're going. That's a bad read by Lamar if that's the case. So we've got an athlete in space here. Let's see if Myles Murphy can do something. String him out at least a little bit there. He does do that. You got to get your linebackers over the top. Do we have fast enough linebackers to get over there? We do not. It is a first down, Baltimore Ravens. We like Logan Wilson. He's a good player. He's having a good year as well. Do I think he's fast? I don't. Where's Murphy here? So having Hendrickson in the goal line doesn't really work because he's not a very good run defender. I'm going to use yellow here to highlight so we can see against the orange end zone. But putting Murphy in his spot, Murphy played a lot of right defensive end at Clemson, so this makes sense. He should be a better run defender than Hendrickson once he is fully back to where he needs to be. The run goes away from him as they kind of cut block him on the backside. This play makes me sick. I haven't watched these all just in this order with a focus on Murphy, so they're kind of catching me off guard here, as I hated this play watching it originally, as nobody can get off the ground. We see how many cuts and Bengals on the ground there. Lawrence Guy is dancing and coming this way, and we don't need you over that way, Lawrence Guy. Myles Murphy's getting tangled up by the tight end. I think that's Isaiah Likely. Meanwhile, Derrick Henry has a chance to slip and fall, and still nobody can get off their blocks, which will be a theme for the rest of the day. Touchdown. Touchdown, Bengals. No, touchdown, Ravens. There was a lot of touchdown for the Bengals. Not this time. Sorry. Don't mean to get you excited. Myles Murphy, again, his normal left end spot now, which is now normal for him. 2-point stance. If you don't know 2-point stance, just means you're on your 2 feet instead of having a 3 or 4-point stance, which would be having a hand down or 2 down. I thought Dax was going to get a chance to pick this thing off, man. Right here, he's breaking on this. And if this wasn't tipped by the tight end, Myles Murphy, by the way, was dropping into coverage, as I didn't think I needed to say that, but we'll see it from the end zone angle as we flip it around here. Myles Murphy on our right side, number 99. He knew the motion was coming. Good sign for Murphy. And he's going to drop back. And a lot of people ask, why is Hubbard dropping back so much? Why is Hendrickson dropping back? Why is Murphy dropping back? Well, they're rushing 4. They're just trying to bring it from a different set of 4 guys. right? And if you've got an athlete or someone you can trust in coverage, they'll put him back in coverage. So Murphy's going to drop back and cover 88 is Charlie Kohler out of Iowa State, I think. And he ends up coming down on Derrick Henry for the check down. It's a cover 2, so check down is an option here. And man, we almost had a big play. That could have been the play for the defense that decided the game. Early, though. That's early. All right, Murphy's back at left end, standing up again. Similar defensive package, it looks like. He's got to take on a block here. It's just the tight end. The pass goes away from him. Dax Hill looked like he was going to get a hand on that one. 2 plays in a row, Dax looked like he was going to get a hand on him. And I think that'll be the last time we see Hill. So nothing yet to really say for Murphy other than he looks long. He looks lean. He looks like he's in really good shape. He looks more athletic than Sam Hubbard, to be expected, right? So what do we got here real quick? This is interesting. Trey Hendrickson, Joseph Osai, Myles Murphy in front of Von Bell, and standing up in the middle linebacker spot is Sam Hubbard. Do we see a linebacker on the field? I can't tell who this guy is. That might be Logan Wilson, actually, right here. Otherwise, that looks like Dax. That looks like Cam Taylor-Britt, DJ Turner. Von Bell's right here. These are definitely 20 numbers, but I can't tell who's who there. We're going to have to check once play starts. But interesting, for sure. That is Logan Wilson over there. Okay. That's Geno Stone here. And that was Josh Newton was the other DB. And they just get beat. So I stopped watching Myles Murphy, so we'll have to see his coverage here when we get to the other angle. Or see his pass rush situation here. That's what we need him for. Can we get a pass rush yet? Come on, I'm trying to evaluate Myles Murphy here. So Murphy, right here, to remain focused on him if we can. If my brain will allow me to stay focused on one thing at a time. All right, so we're just going with just a straight rip move, huh? Not really trying much here. I mean, both guys just going straight rip, trying to win off the snap, I guess. And it's just the pocket's just way too clean. No one on the inside is doing anything. And ends up being Hubbard and Osai. Interesting here. So they're going to send Osai one way and bring Hubbard the other way. I don't hate it. You got to try something here. 4 DNs. I mean, the D tackles aren't doing much this year. It's just DJ Turner gets killed off I just hit my knuckle. DJ Turner gets killed off the snap there in breaking route. All right, so nothing yet. That was our first pass rush situation for Myles Murphy. Now he's down in a 4-point stance, it looks like. 2 hands down. Oh, he would have been in on that run. So this is an RPO, it looks like. Run pass option where you're reading pre-snap based on a numbers thing here, and he's gonna check. And as soon as this guy goes inside, I assume I can't see the nickel, so I'm assuming he's looking at this linebacker here, Lamarez. And as soon as he comes inside, he's gonna pull that ball out and flip it out. Which they rally well to the ball here. DJ Turner, Von Bell, Jermaine Pratt. But nothing for us to write home about for Myles Murphy. No notes. No notes. Because the play. Oh, Murphy's way out here. Did you see this? Okay, so again, I'm looking like, where are this is the same package. So here's Hendrickson. Here is Osai. Here's Hubbard. And all the way out here, geez, that's 9 tech, is Myles Murphy. So let's watch Myles Murphy down at the bottom, and he's just trying to tie up the tight end. And they do get a stop here. This is one of the early stops of the game. It's the second or third drive. Nice hit or nice play on the ball. Cam Taylor-Britt's going to have a nice hit later. Let's watch Murphy here. So wide. He's just really trying to tie up Mark Andrews. That's given a lot of attention to Mark Andrews. You see the way the linebackers and safeties are reacting to Mark Andrews as if we didn't watch film all year this year and he hasn't been able to do a thing. Instead, it was Zay Flowers killing us. I didn't know Zay Flowers was going to be this good. He's actually a really good all-around player. I thought he'd be more of a gadget type. He's not. He's solid. All right, Murphy back at left defensive end, top of the screen for us. He's in a 4-point stance. He's ready to rip off this line. Here we go. We got a chance to rush. Oh, we got a pressure. Yeah. This is the play. Hendrickson turns to Murphy right there and goes, "Yo, why are you chasing Lamar?" You see him down there talking to him because they both take the same path. One guy should have taken upfield shoulder, one should have taken the the backside, right? As Murphy or as Lamar tries to make a play. So Murphy's going to go with speed and then kind of cut it inside at the arc when he gets slowed down. Let's watch it here. Left side. Tries to go long arm. That long arm bends and he misses it. He tried to go inside long arm into that shoulder. Carl Lawson used to do that a lot. And when you get here, he's going to dip inside. And man, he's close. Oh, he's got a hand on his shoulder. How often are we going to grab to try and tackle? Was the tackling not frustrating for everyone else? We're just trying to grab Lamar. We're trying to grab these guys. Wrap up, get around them, wrap around their waist, dive at him. You're close enough. You can touch him. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy work right there for him to lean that way and then come back. For Lamar to go whoop and then come back this way and both of these guys follow is nuts. But we will take the pressure out of Myles Murphy. It's not all bad there. That is a pressure from that spot when you've only had, what, I would say 2 chances to rush the passer. Hey, we'll take a 50% rate there. He's back at the same spot here with a tight end. Patrick Ricard, not a tight end, a fullback on his side, a monstrous big fullback on his side. So, he discarded the right tackle, and there's the Cam Taylor-Britt hit. He discards the right tackle only to get picked up by the running back. We're going to have to watch this. Murphy, left side, 99. Tall dude. And yes, there's Jordan Battle early in the game. He is getting in there. So he's going to, as we've got a blitz here, just to break it down real fast. Logan Wilson going straight up. I don't know what happens to get. Okay, so the tackle picks him up. Weird, but good job. Good communicating on the offensive line for the Ravens. And Murphy ends up one-on-one with Derrick Henry, to which that ends in a stalemate and a nice shot. Clean, hard hits. Hard-hitting football is not a dead thing in the NFL. It is alive, but you got to do it clean. And that was one of them. One of the cleanest hard hits you will see. Perfect. Teach tape. Shoulder right into the chest. All right, we got another chance to pass rush, but he's doubled and he gets pushed outside. And that is a nice catch by Rashad Bateman. It's a good throw. It's a nice catch. So when we're talking about the pass rush, and the Bengals got, I want to say PFF had 42% pressure rate on Lamar Jackson. That's very high. He was under pressure a ton. They couldn't get to him. So eyes back on Murphy on the left side here. Yes, Battle's in the game. Don't look at him. Look at Myles Murphy. And we have Patrick Ricard helping out over here on that side. So he's got to not only discard him, he's got this guy coming from the inside who just pushes him around the arc here as we're trying to get a rush with somebody else there. When you get doubled, so he's had 3 chances to rush the passer, maybe 4 if you want to count the one where Derrick Henry picks him up. Not a true situation. Let's say 4 though, and he's got 1 pressure, and he's been doubled twice. Again, we're reading and covering and playing the linebacker. Hey, good power there to finish that one. 74 had something to say about that? Come on. Again, Murphy left side 99. Watch his first reaction here. Am I dropping into coverage? Am I playing Lamar because Lamar may be reading the D end here? And if the D end's just going to sit, he may just say, okay, take it, Henry, and come up inside. So watch Murphy here. I like the way he finishes this play. Show me some strength. Oof, someone could have got hurt there, but I like it. 74-1, something to say about that. Get out of here. Pushed you with one arm. All right, Murphy, down 4-point stance. We're tight. Look at this. I like this a lot. I saw who just got a sack from this. The Jets did. The Jets put all 3 guys on one side, and there was a more drastic. I want to say the Jets did it like this: 1, 2, 3, and then they let Will McDonald be the only guy over here. And Will McDonald was spin move because what the who was it? Who were they playing? Vikings. What the Vikings did was they ended up sliding this way, And all that did was leave a big gap between the left tackle and the left guard, and Will McDonald hit him with a spin move. So we're looking at this again. We've got 3 edge rushers on this side, and then Trey Hendrickson on this side. We're sending an all-out blitz. This is cover 0. When you have cover 0, it's man across the board. Man, he's got this guy, and man. So we got man across the board here. You got to run with your players, and we're going to send a blitz. If you see Sam Hubbard drop into coverage right there, I think he's just spying Lamar. I'm going to go with Lamar. So let's watch it as that play rolls, and we've got some confusion. No one went with Bateman. You see Cam Taylor-Britt trying to get over there late. Not ideal. Why do we have so many blown plays and coverages this year? It's weird. Myles Murphy, left side. Let's focus on him whenever we get to the end zone angle. Can you get around that? Right? Because I feel like if you know the blitzes are coming from the side, I need more of an angle here to keep Lamar in the pocket, number one. Even in Pee-wee, high school football, what do we say about the ends? You got to play contain, right? You got to contain, leverage. You let him get outside here and find extra time and space to get to Bateman. So maybe a better angle there. Maybe we could have had a cleaner win from Myles Murphy. Anyway, Murphy's back out there with the backups. He keeps getting this too, which I don't like. We're just kneeling the ball here, end of the first half. But I mean, Osai, Lawrence Guy, Jay Tufele are your help. Well, it's going to be hard to evaluate Myles Murphy when your help is a bunch of guys that can't win also. All right, let me get some. We have had enough plays where he's out there with Hubbard and Hill and Hendrickson, but I value those more than when we get this. So again, we're in our goal line defense. Myles Murphy is replacing Trey Hendrickson in the goal line defense. And he's free, man. Dang. Eyes up. Let's get it. Let's get in there. Cut blocked. So some people say, what are you going to do on a cut block, right? What do they teach you? What is the idea here on a cut block to do? You can't let them get your knee. You can't let them roll into your knee. Your arms need to be extended outwards, and you need to keep the guy at bay. Keep him here. As he's rolling, you keep your arms out, and you can make contact with him and eyes up. His eyes are down. He doesn't make contact. Did he not see it coming? That's dangerous. That's how you get hurt. We don't need Myles Murphy hurt. Instead, he gets depleted, and we've got a touchdown pass. You're the unblocked guy. You're an athlete. I need you to jump over him. I need you to keep yourself clean. Get in Lamar's face. You got the long arms. So let's watch it again here from this angle. He's on this side. Oh, he's got to see it. But it's first game back. Let's not, I don't want to kill him. I think so far he's shown to be burstier than Sam Hubbard, which is to be expected. No surprise there. Again, he's in here with the backup D line, D tackles, Lawrence Guy, Jay Tufele. And we've got a run action. So you got to defend the run first. Now we've got Lamar moving in the pocket and a nice completion over the middle. Lamar was on fire. Absolutely hate to say it because he's a good quarterback and it's against us. So it's the worst. But 2-point stance. You got a tight end on your side, 2 tight ends on your side. You got to be aware of it. And then we got run action. What does run action do? People say, why does play action work? Well, look at him. His feet spread, right? He's locking up because he's got to read the run. He's got to get his eyes inside and see what's happening. And then once he sees it's a pass, okay, now I've got to get around the arc. And you've already lost your get off. There's no get off anymore. So, okay, now it's a pass. We lost some graphical fidelity there. And this happens sometimes. We saw from the other angle. There was nothing there. He danced with the right tackle for a bit. Okay, cameraman. Got to run to the left here. Murphy, was it a late quick snap? Were they late getting out there? What happened there? It had to be a quick snap. Maybe they thought Zay didn't catch that ball. I don't remember that from the game. Murphy's talking right now with Logan Wilson. He's going to try and dip inside. Does not work. Osai misses the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And Logan Wilson cleans it up after 4 or 5 yards, whatever that was. So a solid gain for the Ravens running game. All right, we got same defensive lineman around here again. Let's watch Murphy. And that was a big, I like watching the game. I kept thinking, like, why is Hubbard out there? Give me Murphy. Give me Murphy. I want the athleticism. Murphy takes the inside, and we've got a run, or we got a keeper by Lamar. As I said earlier, on any read option, which is different than an RPO. Read option and RPOs are different. He's reading the end here. Lamar is. So as he's watching Murphy dip inside as hard as he does, Murphy is crashing hard on the run, which would mean that Logan Wilson can fill over here, scrape over the top, and defend this run. That means Lamar is going to keep it and go to the outside. So Murphy's doing his job. Quarterback makes his decision. Geno Stone misses it. And Logan Wilson comes violently over the top. Logan Wilson's probably been their best defender this year. I know Hendrickson impact-wise, impact plays, splash plays, he's definitely number one. But I think consistency, being able to be good in all phases of the game, Logan Wilson's been that. All right, Murphy's back here again. He's calling for the motion again. Are we going to get it? I don't think we do. So Murphy's reading, again, because there's so much read option, you really can't attack, because if he attacks like he did earlier, then Lamar would keep it and go outside. And we've got blockers going outside too if Lamar wants to keep it. It's all built in. So Murphy checks, stays with Lamar. Now he's going to come crash down and does enough just to push and make the tackle, but it was a short yardage situation. That's why it's hard to defend the Ravens in short yardage. They're really good at it because they spread you wide and attack with power, also power running. All right, Murphy's in coverage, dropping back. He's got to make a play on Derrick Henry in space, and he does his job. I mean, that looks like an athlete to me, especially for a defensive end who's probably 270 or close to it. Myles Murphy here, 99, just to make sure we're all clear. Still with the backup D lineman. Again, dropping him into coverage. Not his strength, but does a good enough job here, making a tackle and driving Derrick Henry to the ground. So we will take that. All right, Myles, let's get a pass rush. Let's get a win here. We got a blitz from the other side and a wide open busted defense. Luckily, Lamar throws it short. It's a fake wide receiver screen, bubble screen. And I don't know who was supposed to run. I want to say that was Cam Taylor-Britt was supposed to stay to the outside, but again, I don't. I feel like we're piling on Cam at this point. Eyes on Murphy. He's got Patrick Ricard and Roger Rosengarten. Hot ice. Rosengarten. So he's got to deal with two guys there again. Because if it's Osai at the other side, if it's Osai and Murphy at end, where are you going to give the help? Osai hasn't done anything this year. I was a big Osai fan. He hasn't done a thing. He has not developed. He was a good prospect. Murphy's down here this time. We got play action. He's defeating the tight end first and then jumping on Derrick Henry. Now he's dropping back into coverage. What are we doing with Murphy? We're not even rushing at this point. We're not even rushing anyone, and they score this touchdown. It's like you're not even. They know the pass rush stinks, so maybe we'll just drop everyone into coverage. Maybe we'll get lucky. I mean, they're throwing the kitchen sink at the Ravens at this point. They've blitzed. They've dropped everyone into coverage. They've tried all the depth players. Nothing was working. I mean, it's just whatever they wanted to call worked all game long. And this is when it becomes less of a coaching issue and more of, do we have the talent and playmakers? Do we have a TJ Watt? Do we have a Myles Garrett? Do we have an Aaron Donald? Is that what it is? Are we missing like one stud on the defense? I think we are. I think that's what it is. You need a guy that causes you to call your defense differently because that guy is so good. And it might be Trey, but I feel like offenses feel like they can run at Trey. Like he's got a target on him for that. But as a pass rusher, like he's clearly the guy they're going to focus on and worry about. So Myles Murphy here. He's got Mark Andrews right over him. So we're going to get a rush. One goes for a long arm, Murphy, and Rosengarten's trying to knock it down, and he does. Oh, no. Let's see if we can go back just enough. Go with the long arm, and nice. I mean, that's That's perfect by Rosengarten. And he gets the win there. That's a win for the Ravens rookie second round right tackle against our former first round pick in year 2. Come on, Myles. We need you. We need you to win in those situations. We're sending the blitz again. This is a cover 0 situation like we saw. They're sending the house, right? I think they are. There's a couple times they've dropped out. They faked on the house, then dropped everyone out here. And we've got a contact with Murphy gets contact with Lamar. But as he did all day, Zay Flowers found a way to get open. Lamar bought just a split to a full second to buy some time and find the open player. Myles Murphy is here. Let's put him in a box, put him under the microscope, and let's see what happens as the Bengals send everyone. Send the house. He's got Rosengarten. Rosengarten also picks up. Rosengarten hits Murphy and then Von Bell. You kidding me? You kidding me? And we still don't get pressure? Well, is this pressure? It may go as a pressure, actually. But we're not in there quicker. Why are we so delayed? Why are we waiting? Right? Let's see it again here in real time. Oh, how can he pick up 2 guys? He's a rookie, second round pick. And it was the other backup earlier where we had the play where he hits the guy and then Derrick Henry picks up Myles Murphy, where the backup hit Myles and then Derrick Henry picks him up. It's like, can we get that on ours? We got pressure on Lamar. We've got a hit on Lamar. We got a forced incomplete pass. Was this the one that led to the field goal? I feel like it was. Murphy, again, 99. Let's isolate him. We got a pass rush situation. Come on, Myles. You're out wide here. Get upfield. Not chop that outside hand. If you see it here, what he's trying to do is this arm that's right here, the outside arm, not this one. The inside arm is trying to chop this and rip. And does it work? Let's see here. I don't feel like it works. I feel like Rosengarten's still on him. He does. Rosengarten's got him. I mean, you got to be clean. The winds have to be clean. The hands have to be clean. If we want to flip it to the other side and see if Trey can do it, Trey cannot do it. Trey also, I switched to the other side here. Hendrickson also gets stoned while Ronnie Stanley is playing. Ronnie Stanley looks like he did 3 years ago. Was it 3 years with the last year? He was really good. I don't want to say 3 years and that was the year he was hurt. The last year he was healthy and really good. Stanley looks like that again. Their O-line was the reason I thought the Ravens would struggle this year. And instead, they are up to speed in no time. And this is a new O-line coach. If you don't know, their O-line coach passed away in the offseason. Deep ball doesn't connect. Where is Murphy on this? I didn't see him pre-snap. Let's see where he is from the end zone angle. Oh, we're rushing him from right end, where he's always looked better. So maybe that's part of the deal here. Maybe he will look better here. Let's see it. 4-point stance. Yeah, rip off this line, Myles. There you go. Long arm. Try and lift Stanley's outside arm. Oh, and he can't. Can't get it. I think he goes for the rip move. Man, Stanley is locked in. Hands are inside, balanced, strong. Damn, Ronnie Stanley's playing well again. Well, I think that is the drive. They kept them to a field goal. Is this still the same drive? Maybe. Anyways, Murphy's back at left spot with a total blitz coming, and they cannot stop it. They cannot get home. How can you not get home with that many guys blitzing? Trey's the only one that gets in there, gets a hit on. Trey gets a hit on Lamar. We're watching Myles Murphy on this side. Staying focused. Player evaluation. Do you bring all 6? They do bring 6. No, they drop out. Looks like Logan Wilson drops out. Everyone is just hand fighting here. Oh my God. Like, Myles, come on. Are we just so concerned with staying and containing Lamar here that we want him to throw from the pocket? I know we're not making these mistakes again. Rosengarten. Rosengarten is locking up Myles Murphy while clotheslining Jalen Davis. Hot ice. He wouldn't be doing that if he was on our team. Not that we got an issue on the offensive line this year. I just mean typically second round rookies would not be playing like that right away. And I don't even think he's been good this year. But geez, what a couple of plays we've highlighted here. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. Where is Murphy on this one? Oh, there's McKinley Jackson. Maybe we'll point out McKinley Jackson while we're here. Huh? What do you guys think? McKinley Jackson, right at nose. He's the guy at nose. Myles Murphy is on the side. He drops in the coverage. So they're dropping Myles Murphy in the coverage. Let's just watch. Since he's dropping back and the play goes to the right, we're going to break our rules a little bit. Let's focus on McKinley Jackson, 3rd round pick against Tyler Linderbaum. Okay. Oh, all right. Hey, whoa. Hey, we're trying moves here. We're hustling. We're fighting. Unlike some of these other guys. McKinley Jackson. Keep him out there. He is out there still. Let's do it. Oh, no, not this play. No. I can't watch it. I hate it. Where's Myles Murphy here? So Sam Hubbard tries his damnedest. And why is, I can't talk about Hubbard anymore. He had a decent day. All right, we got Myles Murphy on the side here. First step is to try and absorb this contact with the tight end. And then now let's rush the passer against Ronnie Stanley. Knock those hands down. The ball's rolling on the ground. You're peeing down your leg. You're looking for the quarterback. You're looking for the ball. You don't know where anything is. You don't know what's going on. You're still dancing with Ronnie Stanley. You have no idea. There it is. Oh, there we go. Not that any of this is Myles Murphy's fault, right? The play is weird. Lamar took over. Sam Hubbard make a damn tackle in space, please. How do you get stiff arm twice on the same play? All right, back to it. Hey, I paused it at the right time. Murphy is out of his stance and firing. That's what I like to see. Get him outside. Rip move outside. Didn't work again. I need these moves to land. I think we like Marion Hobby, but I need to see these guys you've drafted on the defensive line develop. They got to get better. Joseph Osai, Myles Murphy, Cam Sample. I mean, maybe has probably reached what his potential was. Maybe. But like the defensive tackles have not. Zach Carter, Tyler Shelvin. We need Chris Jenkins and McKinley Jackson to reach it. All right, eyes back on Myles Murphy here. He is out of his stance already. Rosengarten's got a foot up. We're going right now. Nice get off. Going with a 2-hand contact, trying to hit him with power, and then rip to the outside. Let me see it again. I'm not sure where that landed. Yeah, you're not. Contact. Oh, all right, here we go. Here's the rip here. We got to knock that outside hand down. If you don't affect this arm that's in the middle of your chest, you're not going to create the separation you're looking for. You need to turn him. You need to knock that hand down. This hand needs to hit that hand some way, and then you rip with the other one. Because you didn't create any forcible separation when you went power to rip. What you can do, you can power and then rip because you create a shock wave type. These guys connect, you rip, now you're around the corner. You didn't win that power to start with. So now you're trying to rip around here, and good luck. He sat on that. He dropped that butt. He anchored. Rosengarten has quite a few wins against you now in this game, Myles Murphy. Coming back from injury. So let's give you time. We need you. All right. A lot of guys on the D-line here. We're in a 3-4, 5-man front, if you will. Come on. Come on. We got everyone covered. We got everyone covered. That almost was completed. How long can they cover for? How long can they cover on the back half? I haven't been happy with the secondary this year, but at that point, who do we have out here? Lawrence Guy, J. Tufele, Chris Jenkins, Joseph Osai, and Myles Murphy. I mean, combined, do they have a 1% win rate? And we're going to give them play action first, max protection. Murphy's going to, I mean, the only reason Guy even gets in here is because he just right away comes this way and Murphy goes this way. Okay, so now can we get some pressure? Can we get on him? There we go. Got a wide open spot. Go get him. Go hunt. Lamar's just faster and more athletic than our guys. Did Bateman try to kick that ball? Interesting. I guess that might be considered pressure, actually. You force the quarterback out, force him to move. That's pressure. But we need someone to finish. This game was tough with finishing. He slipped out of so many sacks. It's crazy. All right, we got another pass. I thought Murphy was going to have a chance here. When Lamar steps up, so again, there's good coverage on the back half here. It was always something. If it wasn't the coverage, it was the pass rush. If it wasn't the pass rush, it was the run defense. It was the tackling, whatever it may be. Murphy again, this side. He's going against Roger Rosengarten. He's got a tight end. He's got Mark Andrews on his side. The running backs on his side. All things you got to worry about. They chip. They help out. And now you've got one-on-one. You've got space here, so you can try a little something. Hendrickson's trying to rip and go to the outside here. Oh, he's close. He is close to getting in there. Ronnie Stanley doing just enough. Let's see what kind of move we get out of Murphy against Rosengarten. I don't know what that is. Just trying to be longer than the other guy. Rosengarten's a pretty long dude. And then 77 comes over and cleans up Murphy. That's two offensive linemen and a tight end helping, chipping, getting involved with Murphy. Can't expect him to win there. The other guys need to win if you're getting that much attention. This is overtime. I think the next play is where he fumbles the ball. All right, so what do we got here? We got Hendrickson, Hubbard, Osai, and then our guy, Myles Murphy. Let's watch. See what Murphy wants to do. You got any other moves? You got a spin move? You got a swim move? You got a ghost move? What can we give it? What do we got for him? Just go with power. Just face-to-face power. That's it. That was his last snap. The next one, I believe, is fumbled in. Yeah, that's it. So that's the film. 34 defensive snaps for second-year player Myles Murphy. His debut in 2024. If I were to summarize, it wasn't good enough. It was nice to see that he was a better athlete than Sam Hubbard. Not that that's difficult at this point in Sam's career, but is that enough just to have the better athlete out there? Because we tried that with Joseph Osai, who is a better athlete than Hubbard, but hasn't resulted in anything. We had a couple pressures there. I will take that. Don't get me wrong, but we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here and needing the pass rush to be better. There's reason to believe Myles will be better in year 2, and this is just the first game. But if you watched and remembered our pre-draft reviews and scouting reports, and then the times we focused on them last year for Bengals on the Brain, the big thing was hitting your moves and executing them at a high level. And having that bend around the arc. Can you create that separation off a move and bend around the arc and flatten to the quarterback the way Trey Hendrickson does? And we haven't seen it yet. So one game, did not see it. If he's just a 25 pressure, 5 sack guy, that's not worth a first round pick, right? So that's why we're saying we need him to be better than that. Why we need him to save this defense. He's one of the few guys that can do it. Cam Taylor-Britt, right? Maybe Jordan Battle getting in there and being better at safety. That's a whole other conversation. But Chris Jenkins, McKinley Jackson, Myles Murphy. Those are the hopes. We need these guys. DJ Turner, of course, good as well. Get in there and help get this defense to at least an average level so that this high potent prime offense, I'm getting frustrated. I'm going to end the show. Can do what it's supposed to do. Score points and get a couple turnovers on defense or stops or something. Let's win one of these games. This has been Bengals on the Brain presented by First Star Logistics, my great partner over there, always giving things away. Make sure you get on Twitter, retweet the stuff you're supposed to, follow the stuff you're supposed to, get the free stuff they're giving out. They just want to take care of you. That's it. Bengals on the Brain, episode 120. Until next time, hopefully, Hoo Day.
Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realized self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.